Steve Cooper, Rank Success, and this is a video about ethical police leadership. I want to switch very quickly into the context of a promotion interview, a promotion board or panel. And it is a leadership process, it's a leadership interview, they're interested in your leadership potential. And so that will be triggered, the questions will be asked to trigger your responses in relation to that. So one of the questions that I just want you to think about that could be asked on a promotion board, and I certainly use it as a practice question for people, is how will you demonstrate ethical behaviour as a newly promoted leader? So that's either an easy question for you in your head now to try and form a response to, a meaningful response, or it's a hard one. How have you demonstrated ethical behaviour to date? So what you've got there is a forward-facing question, how will you demonstrate ethical behaviour, and a rear-facing question, how have you demonstrated it? Now, it can be quite a difficult position to manoeuvre outwards or forwards from there, verbally, but one of the things that I like to connect people with is information. So often people will say, well, look, those are really tough questions, Steve. How on earth do I ever respond to those? And I will always respond by saying that part of my role as a coach is to signpost and direct people to information, towards guidance that's meaningful. And people are regularly surprised when I direct or signpost or guide them to completely free information, much of which is hidden in open sight, in plain sight, and or right under your nose. And one of those that I signpost people towards is this one. And it's the role of leadership in promoting ethical police behaviour. It's a College of Policing document, and it's by Louise Porter, Sarah Webb, Tim Prenzier and Martin Gill. They're the people who've compiled this document. Now, this is a fantastic brief for promotion candidates. And I am always surprised that I'm surprised that I've never yet to meet a candidate who knows about the existence of that document. It's dated in 2015. It's still current, it's still topical, it's still relevant. It's a fantastic brief, but it does make a heavy thud on the floor. And it's a big document. And people inherently don't want to read big documents. But that one is well worth reading. If you're really busy and you haven't got time, and you're perhaps like lots of candidates prepping at the last minute in a bit of a rush or a panic or a hurry, then have a look at it. The link is right down below this video. You'll see it, so you can go straight to it. It's a College of Policing document, and go and read page 22, which is what makes an ethical leader. So in relation to those two questions I just asked you, the information to absolutely smash that question out of the ballpark in a promotion board is hidden in plain sight. Page 29 is also very useful. How do leaders influence behaviour? So if you read that document, and I would suggest if you are planning ahead, if you are preparing ahead of your opportunity, and you read that guidance, spend some time reading it through, get a pencil and a pen and write down what you think is a good response, or some elements or component parts to responding to those two questions. How will you demonstrate ethical behaviour as a newly promoted leader? And how have you demonstrated ethical behaviour? So have a read through that, and that document might help you. It might spark some thoughts, some aha moments, some light bulb moments about where you've actually demonstrated that behaviour. Now, for me, the whole ethos of that document is about setting, communicating and reinforcing standards as a leader. So the takeaway for me, and I would encourage you to, when you have to read through lots of information, or you are scan reading, try and read through information and pull out, harvest, if you like, the essential bullet points. So think through the documentation that you're reading, and if it's a big one like that, just read through it and say, what 3 points will serve me from this document in a promotion selection process? So that just allows you a little golden rule, a little golden tip, if you like, to work through information and guidance and documents and say, well, I'm reading this for a purpose, that's fine. which 1, 2 or 3 points am I going to actually harvest and take out from this document that's meaningful, that resonates with me, and that I believe I can help in use verbally, so be proactive verbally with it in a promotion interview. And that's a great little tip for working through lots of material and lots of documents. So for me, the takeaway for that is set, communicate and reinforce standards across the organisation. Now, I believe, and I can argue, that that's the short role, the short version of the role of a sergeant, because that's where I personally see sergeants sitting, setting, communicating and reinforcing standards in the organisation through ethical leadership and behaviour. And that's a fantastic document for you to be able to read through, and you may arrive at the same conclusion, you may arrive at your own conclusion, but for me that's the takeaway that I took from that. So the role, some of the questions in that document are, some other questions are, what makes some people more effective than others in the context of ethical leadership? And so you can see there's lots of food for thought in that particular document. So that's a little document. Now, some people have said it's a well-hidden secret. And as I've said to you before, it's not hidden and it's not a secret. But I have said also that I've never met anybody who's ever discovered it. So I am sharing it as a secret with you, if you like. You'll see the link, as I've said, below this video. But here's the secret. I have spoken before in previous videos about the masterclass that I've recorded that you can download. It's a 4-hour masterclass and it comes with a exclusive insights document. Now that guidance, signposting you to that document, the role of leadership in promoting ethical police behaviour, is literally just one resource in that guide. So if you are minded to download the masterclass, the 4-hour masterclass, it comes with an exclusive insights guide, and in there you will find that document. I've given you the link so you don't have to buy the video if you don't want to, if you're not ready to, but you can go straight to that document if you want to and get stuck into it, hit the ground running. It's just absolutely full of stuff. But if you want to download the masterclass, that's fine. There is a guide code, RS Guides 20, which will get you 20% off any of the guides or videos or packages or bundles on my site, and that's to ensure that everybody can really kind of build momentum through 2021. There's a lot of competition for promotion at the moment, but there's also a lot of help and guidance and support available. So that document, the role of leadership in promoting ethical police behaviour, is a superb resource. It's a very valuable resource, and I'm sharing it with you now, even though it's freely available, as a kind of tip. So there are lots and lots of others. You'll find them in the insights document that comes with the masterclass, and I will be back with another video shortly, and who knows, I may even have some more secrets and some more signposting and direction to valuable guidance for you. Until then, take care. Thank you.